is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the wicked is here. Save my soul. Who's all with me? Who's all with me?
On the car, it's like a weekend at Bernie's, and baby, you with the problem. About to get it poppin', call a Uber.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Raiders going up against the Titans. With that, let's get up to Tennessee. We're standing by in Nashville, our Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Oakland Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And there's no substitute for experience in this league, and what it usually leads to, a whole lot of confidence. Andy Dalton is sharp with where to go with the football now. I think he sees reads before they actually even happen. He can sense them now, and he is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
He's got time. Still back there. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second and 10. Dalton once more. Surveying the field. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Holding offense. The penalty is declined.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Finding time. And that's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Now the rookie from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, to punt.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
Carry here for Orleans Darkwa. A gain of 3, second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one incomplete. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the big offseason signing from Miami, Olivier Vernon, in there to get him for a loss of 5. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this one's incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
To throw his Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Tennessee first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So Olivier Vernon, nice tackle for loss. He had 18 of those last year for Miami.
And he really emerged in a game against Tennessee last year. Absolutely unstoppable. Almost couldn't be blocked.
On play action, it's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover it.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease it.
David Johnson on his way. Fights that all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. David Johnson, 79 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
marching back out there now. The Raiders defense gets ready. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? And
that's caught at the 25. A big play there. Carter Cooper, 48 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Orleans Darkwa, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, Johnson. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because
and he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Holding offense.
Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now Darquan. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 5. And it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Andy Dalton going to throw right side here. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone, but their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown, now they're back out there defensively.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Carl try it again on second down. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A good pick up there of 20 yards. first down. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Orleans Darkwa, the intended target. And it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are going to take the lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And they're going to speed things up here. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He's got time in the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, Dalton. He's got time. Man open right side. It's the tight end, Clay. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10, surveying the field. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. From midfield here, Dalton finding time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 7 yards remaining here on 3rd down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will do it for them. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing now is Carr. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. But I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Pushing foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And the offense in a great spot. It's first and goal from the 3. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And from the 3 now, it's second and goal. Now Lewis. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Third and goal. Can the offense punch it in here from the 1? And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And Brown able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. So now a 1st and 20. They'll run again now with Darkwan. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. To throw, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
Carr gives it off to Washington. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll run with Darkwan. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. It's a gain of 24 that time, and the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Throwing, Dalton, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The rookie from Clemson, Kevin Dodd, in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive.
And all the way in, touchdown, Oakland. David Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Now Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the run, Darkwa. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's 2nd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In the red zone this time. Here's Darkwa. And he is going to lose yardage here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
It's do or die for Dalton. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that